Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another InGear Motorsport live stream. You're joining us tonight for the Battle of the Nations Round 2 at Nurburgring. Before we get too much into the formalities of everything, hello, I am Mackenzie. Feel free to say hi in chat. This is Poppy. This is what most people actually tune in to see. How are we doing tonight, Poppy? And Charlotte, of course, next to me as well. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, good, thank you. I'm excited to see. So yeah,
We've both been talking a bit about it actually, and we're quite looking forward to this. It was such a good first round. I know. Well, it's going to be a bit like that because I know some of them couldn't join that were at the first round, and like you say, we've had, I think, the best part of 20 new entries, minus the few who couldn't join. So it was 20 at the last race, 38 currently on the track at the moment. So it's really shot up, and it's literally been the last couple of days, most of it. So looking forward to seeing what's coming up. But well, then, hello everyone, welcome along. It's almost time for lights out at Nurburgring in Germany. Nurburgring is one of those tracks with almost as much history and tradition as motorsport itself, and hopefully tonight we're going to get to find out why. But first of all, I need to get through this mighty grid of drivers for you that have joined in, most of which very last minute if you're just joining us. We've got a lot of new names joining us tonight, which is fantastic. So on pole then is Richter in the BMW M4, Drafal, fantastic right at the sharp end once again, Formula L in the Audi. Ryan Ware in the Mercedes AMG, so very German at the top end of the grid, isn't it, car-wise, but not so much in the terms of the drivers. Bjorkman is back and in the Audi R8 as well, so he's looking good for Spearhead. Buchan for InGear Motorsport in P5. I have put him on strict orders for a result tonight, so let's see what happens. S. Johnson, Corkery, the only Irishman on the grid, right?
only.
Yeah, Kirk Heath also for InGear Motorsport right up there. Hagenbum for DMH Racing. Max Jagtenberg's joined us. Dan Holt is back racing again. Awesome to see Holt's getting back in with his DMH teammate Hagenbum. Bart Van Manikes, as my lighting in the background decided to fall over with the wind there. It's a storm coming in. Is there a storm coming on the track? Bart Van Manikes, then Dieringer, then Hoff, then Rubin, then Cooper, who's watching along on the stream. I just said hello, and he's betting on himself, so good stuff. Corin predicts turn 1 chaos, I just saw as well. Don't say that. We actually know Ryan Cooper from our days of racing, Charlotte and I, so I don't know if it's the same Ryan, but he probably would have said if it is, yeah. Lowe, Baxter, Scheuberg, good to see him back again. Gaio, Rava, Humphreys, Eisner, Renberg, Spooner, Sharman, Will Gallis, another new one. Balestros, not a new one, good to see. Sandro back. Blackery, Gray, Jewett, Bozek, Andrews, Tansky, Adamski, Krebs, and Kufel rounding out 37 of the drivers about to start tonight's race. Right, everyone, we're going to disappear off your screens so we can get ready to go racing. So on the front row, you've got the orange Audi of Richter, BMW of Richter, and then the sort of goldy white coloured car and the Audi of Rafale. Behind those is Rare in that wonderful snail-coloured liveried, AMG. Behind that is Bjorkman in the turquoisey blue. And as I say, it lights are out. And a fantastic start by Richter so far. Looked like he actually got a bit of a jump. Very, very close to probably a jump start, but it isn't. And Drafal tucks in nicely, but we've got the very sharp turn 1 coming up. Is anyone going to go for a move as they all bunch up? I see somebody go flying off stage, exit left. Curran, was that your doing there, predicting that one from a mid-pack backwards? But let's hope that not too many people get caught up in that. Looks like, though, the dream start for Richter. Drafal's coming under pressure from Ware, who's being cheered on by Moore in chat. But Drafal says no thank you, holds him on the outside as we come towards the little back straight, dropping down into the fast left-right chicane. It looks like then the order at the very front has not changed too much. In fact, it's identical to top 5. Dill, Richter, Drafal, Ware, Bjorkman and Buchan for your top 5 drivers so far. As a penalty comes out for car 255. Yeah, so Tansky's got that DSQ and Sharman's now going to abreast up the main straight while we sit on board with Martin Buchan. But if we cut to Sharman just quickly, number 172 as they enter the hairpin at turn 1, because it is a great little battle. I mean, there might be other ones, but we just missed that. So he basically was 2 abreast with Jewett from Formula L, who's also followed by Baxter's Formula L just behind him. So Jewett's really struggling with that Audi at the minute, so I'd be surprised if there's not some damage on it. Holtz has the mandatory pit stop completed. Not the only one, no, but you're eagle-eyed there because there's only a handful of cars. If we bring the timing screen back up and scroll it down, then you'll be able to see Holtz there. He's running P32. I was just thinking he's out of position and looking into that myself, so good spot, Robin. Welcome to the track, by the way. Thanks for commenting. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how Dan comes back from that, because we know he's actually, someone that's certainly towards the sharp end, mid to front, easy on this grid. So yeah, we'll watch him chip away at that and see how that plays out. It's one of the reasons that we have the pit window open early, because if people do have a little bit of an issue, get some damage, whatever it might be, then at least they get the chance to kind of pit early, get that damage repaired, and it not be as damaging to their race. Interesting one, this being a series where they swap cars each particular race, going to different tracks, being the Battle of the Nations. So we've got Germany versus Great Britain, if you've missed kind of the start and the build-up so far to know what's going on. So this is the second of those races. We did Donington first, and then we're now watching Nurburgring for round 2, and then it all switches to Italian versus Japan cars for the next 2 rounds, and then the 2 winning nations battle it out in the final. Curious what people think of it. I've had mixed reactions in chat. Some of our regular drivers told me there's no hope in hell they're going to enter it, and others are absolutely loving it. So
I think it's really split. I think like it definitely is a really challenging championship, isn't it? Because you can't get into that rhythm that you'd normally be able to get in a car. But I personally feel like people that stick with this are going to feel at the end of it that it gives them that flexibility to actually maybe jump out of that normal car. So just having a look here, and can see that it's just showing up that car number 11 was disqualified by race control. Now, was that an in-game thing, or was that a guy, like our guys thing? Because that is a very, very, very rare thing to see, and I'm just frantically looking to see who car number 11 was. Yeah, it was Adamski.
Okay, yeah, it's one of the Polish drivers that joined. I've just seen as well, Martin Buchan has got himself back up into 5th place past Johnson. Hagenbun's dropped back a little bit. You can just see in the bottom left of your screen the intervals updating as we go. I mean, we're already getting to the point where we're approaching pit stop window, everyone, and we're still trying to make sense of all the chaos that's gone on. Oh dear, that's it, right. Well, I mean, are we going to have round 2 of this battle? Bjorkman, is he going to get through? I mean, maybe he heard me call him German briefly and then absolutely just lost it. But no, Jakob done a great job of defending there. That was some really good stuff. I mean, the other option here is, does one of them go for the pit stop now to get out of this battle? Because, and actually a bit too much curb there. I think that might cost Jakob going into the final corner. And I think we're going to have a repeat again. But it might not be enough for Jakob to come back this time. He's going to get the slipstream. Does he dare go for it? So Jakob Jafal goes to the outside, picks his line, and this time Bjorkman knows what's coming and cuts that right off and chops his nose off. I'm just seeing race control fully on it now because they're having to reapply some. So Jakob Jafal goes to the outside, picks his line, and this time Bjorkman knows what's coming and cuts that right off and chops his nose off. Penalties where people have disconnected and rejoined, therefore negating their penalty. So nice job there once again from the stewards, as we just saw Kirk run a bit wide before the last corner, and that allowed Corkery to get through. And Max Spooner still yet to pit. He's actually just gone into the pits at the moment. So pits in P12. We'll see where he comes back out. There was a Brazilian name registered actually, and I don't know whether that driver made it in tonight because it was very last minute on the entries. So we haven't had a chance to see them on Discord to find out, you know, who, what, if. And to the inside, Andrew peeks his nose, and Bart very bravely holds on to his line, and Andrews has to back out. But that was very fair racing by both. Bit firm, but fair, definitely. And it's looking like then this little train of 2's become a train of 3 very quickly then, with Andrews and Kufel making their way up to Bart. And that's good racing by actually Andrews and Kufel there. And Andrews goes to the inside, bounces off the curb, bit of door banging there. Is Bart going to get the cutback? And actually I think Kufel's going to do both of them. He does, gets the cutback on both cars and gets the better run. That's probably one to watch in slow-mo a little bit as to how late Andrews was going into that, because I think that was, you know, a bit of a late lunge, but equally they'd been coming on Bart for the last couple laps. Did they have the pace? Did they not? And was he level at the point that they touched there? But that's a driver of the day vote for Kufel then. So far though, it is Max Jachtenberg who's winning that one. Jakob Dreffel in P6 at the moment, so he's had a bit of a nightmare somewhere. I think that was the pit stop still, wasn't it? He just caught him out and he's probably fell back a little bit since. But Ware's looking on course for another podium. So great drive by him. Bjorkman's probably the biggest winner out of the front pack, isn't he? To jump up into P2 as it stands.
Yeah, what I would say though, from a championship...
Let's get to Richter, sorry. Go on.
Sorry, from a championship point of view, Buchan, P4 last time, P5 this time. Ryan, Ware as well, P3 last time, P3 this time. So actually, when it comes to the overall championship, those two are going to smash it.
Speaking of smashing it then, Richter lights to flag victory pretty much, bar a little drop down during the pit stops and then reclaimed the lead soon after. Brilliant debut drive in one of our leagues from him, and he's got some orange paint on the car, I can't complain. Some InGear Motorsport orange on that BMW. But yeah, what a drive then. So Richter takes the win, Bjorkman comes home in P2. Let's bring up the timing screens as we're watching Bjorkman do some donuts at the moment. That's doing a nice big spin at the end of the race. Ware then in P3, nice little drive from Ware once again on the podium spot, and I think he was third last time, and it was Moore that won and then Jakob in the middle. Yeah, it was. So some of the usual suspects at the front and some new ones. Johnson, also one of the new ones, also in an Audi at the front. Martin Buchan for InGear Motorsport. I told him he had to get a win tonight, but I'll say I think P5 with this field tonight is a good effort.
Definitely.
Then Jafal drops down from P2 on the grid to P6. He'll probably feel a little bit gutted with that one, but still solid points. Given that the championship leader is in our Twitch chat, but not in the race, that'll be good for Jafal on points as it stands until drop scores are applied. And he's still got that in his pocket as well. Hagenbum P7, Hoff P8, Kufel P9. Great drive by Kufel actually, because that was a good comeback. Andrews P10, Bart Van Manikes 11th. So that means Andrews did get back through on Bart. Hopefully that was done fairly. We obviously were watching the leader at the time. Corkery P12, Kirk Heath recovers to P13 after a bit of a bad one at the start. Rava also, between penalties and things, had a bit of an issue, but P14. Dieringer, Yachtenberg. So there's Max Yachtenberg. Driver of the day, because the flag's dropped. There you go. Max got driver of the day. Well done, guys. Right, there we are. As the drivers start to head out of the server then, and but thanks for everyone coming in and chatting and commenting and all the usual stuff. So we will be back in a couple of weeks' time with some more. I'll probably be doing the fun race next week if I can. Stand by for tomorrow about F1. I don't think that's probably going to quite work, but we'll see.
He won't be doing the fun race on Tuesday because it's our wedding anniversary.
I thought that was Wednesday. No, I knew that one. I was just flipping that one in there.
That doghouse has just got all out to make it more uncomfortable.
That one worked. That one worked well, didn't it? Cool. Right. Anyway, thanks everyone, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.